Well, according to ET Online, we should all get ready to call Zac Efron daddy.
Ooh.
Why? The 32-year-old actor is set to star in a remake of Three Men and a Baby, intended for Disney Plus. Multiple outlets report. Although the remake is yet to set a director, The Hollywood Reporter, which was first to break the news, reports that Will Reichel has written the script, while Gordon Gray from The Rookie and The Way Back will be producing it. The original 1987 hit comedy, based on the French film Trois, hommes et couffin, Three Men in a Cradle. I really got my money's worth on those 3 years of high school French. All right. That's it. That's the culmination of that time. It followed the story of a group of bachelors played by Tom Selleck, Steve Guttenberg, and Ted Danson living together in New York City. Their lives changed abruptly, however, when a baby girl fathered by one of the men unexpectedly shows up at their doorstep. A sequel, Three Men and a Little Lady, followed in 1990. What do you remember about this film, and are you looking forward to the remake?
I remember finding out years later that they thought that there was a ghost on set of that movie. It's on YouTube right now. There's a scene where they're having a conversation in their apartment about the baby, I think. And when the camera pans over, behind the drape, there is clear as day a little boy just looking at the camera like, and just standing there behind the curtains. And just like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, and everybody on YouTube was like, a ghost on set. Then later I found out it was just some kid, the kid from one of the staffs, kid that got.
It's like take your son to work.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. It was playing behind the set. Everybody was getting on there about to do this scene, and he just stayed there. Nobody, and they didn't catch him. I guess he got in the shot, but he was officially.
And the crazy thing is, he said a word, so they had to give him a SAG card.
Exactly, right. I wonder if that kid is an actor now. No, what I remember about that movie, I remember seeing it. And did I go to the theaters to watch it? If I went to the theaters to see that movie, it was probably with my mom or something like that, who probably wanted to see it. I do remember watching it a lot on cable. I enjoyed the movie for some weird reason. I remember enjoying Three Men and a Little Lady more because it was
controversial.
It was I don't know, because I could understand it a lot more. But a remake of this would definitely be controversial because now it's like we've seen this played out in a weird more graphic way on like the Maury Povich show a lot. Like, which one is the father? I mean, because that was the premise. This. Oh,
was it? Yeah, they don't know who the dad is.
Yeah, I don't. I think the baby shows up and the note just says the baby is yours, but it wasn't clear on who she was talking about.
What's wrong with that woman?
I don't know. And then I think by the end of the movie they're like, oh no, it's Ted Danson's, something like that, right? It was one of those guys. But
once the hair started coming in, they were like, That's Ted Danson.
Yeah, well, I think she shows back up at the end, but on 3 Minutes.
It's also the plot to Mamma Mia in a very different way.
What? But on 3 Minutes.
Mamma Mia, the ABBA musical. It is about.
No, it's not. It's about not knowing who her dad is.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Correct. Mamma Mia, the ABBA musical.
Okay. Is
about a woman who's getting married on a Greek island, and her mom also lives on the Greek island. I think, unclear. But I saw it once. I was not sober. And then she finds her mom's diary, and her mom's diary is all about how like she was like throwing it all around, which like, do your thing. No shame.
Is that what those flashbacks
She got that WAP, and she was throwing it around to like Colin Firth and Pierce Brosnan, and I forget who the third actor was.
Ted Danson.
What?
Like Ted Danson?
No. Wasn't Ted Danson. And then the daughter is like, I want my dad to walk me down the aisle. Like, screw all the work my mother's put into raising me as a person.
Right.
And so without telling the mom, she totally like breaches her trust and calls these three guys, and they all show up on this Greek island. And she's like, I'm getting married. One of you's my dad. And I guess the other two will just like fly home before the wedding. Unclear again. And then they sing a bunch of ABBA songs.
So 3 men and a freaky mama, I guess is what it was. I saw that on TikTok earlier too. They were talking to a grandma or a mom or something like that. Oh, okay, I remember. It was a girl was wearing like those overalls, like farmers wear or something like that, and she was like,
That's just overall.
that's it. Is that what they're called? Like overalls, right? So she was wearing these overalls. I don't know, and it was her mother's, and it's like, Mom, you wore these back in the '90s. Like, yeah, okay. She's like, yeah, but okay, but the way you had them set, because it was like her and her mom are the same size or were the same size at that same age. He said, but yeah, but the way you had them already preset was like way low. That's how you had it back then. She's like, yeah. She's like, but Mom, that would mean that your panties were probably showing, and she was like, yeah, that was the style. It's like, Mom, you were, and she called her mom a hoe. Like, Mom, you were such a, and her mom was like, well, if I wasn't, you wouldn't be here. That was like the ultimate comeback. So are you saying that when I fell asleep on Mamma Mia, I should have been paying attention because I was missing like the ultimate who the daddy moment is?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they ever find out. It's fine. But there's a lot of ABBA songs, and also Christine Baranski's there, and we don't talk enough about what a treasure she is.
I'm telling you, it's Three Men and a Little Lady, the Mamma Mia stuff. It's all these Maury
Also, Pierce
Povich,
Brosnan and a lot of sing.
right? I mean, it's just
I should do. Can I just have a segment that's just me recapping a movie I kind of remember?
Yeah, that would be awesome. By the way, I kind of remember that. I kind of remember that review. Amy's kind of.
I feel like it's pretty good. I went to see the sequel once and I ended up not seeing it. So.
Yeah. No, yeah, they should just do the whole Maury Povich thing. They get the daughter's picture and get the fathers and be like, look at how they look alike. Look at how they look alike. You know, that's all. That's what it is. That's
I feel like we wasted our time to talk about this spinoff, but it might be fine or it might be pretty bad. I don't really care. Zac Efron's fine.